Welcome to another video tutorial for Scratch. I introduced it differently. Whatever. Okay, so today we're going to make a simple tank game. So let's delete the cat sprite because no one loves him. Now let's zoom in and convert it to bitmap, then make this size 5. Then let's draw a little tank. I'm going to make it like, I don't know, black, I guess, because that's what color tanks are, I guess. I don't know. Maybe a gray color would be better. That's good. Okay. So let's just make our little tank. You can draw this however you want. There's just a few slight things you have to do that are specific to this thing, So, wait. Make a little tank barrel, and purple's my favorite color, but it is pink. There we go. Okay, so now convert it. So after you've drawn your tank, convert it to vector, and then you want to move it a little bit forward from center. I suggest having it like just about here, and that's all we'll need to do. This is for future things, probably in a future video too. So now let's just start with making our tank drive. So let's start with it going to 0, 0. So just grab a go to X, Y. You can start it anywhere you want, but I like starting it in the middle for games like this. I don't know why. Especially single player games. So now get another unflagged program, get a repeat forever, put an if statement inside of it, and duplicate this 3 times. Now get a key press Boolean, so it's if key something pressed. Put that in all of these. Oops. Okay. So make one of the ones up arrow, left arrow, and right arrow. And this will be all you need to really move it right now. Okay. So now at the beginning we also wanted to point in direction 90. Because that's just pointing right. And when you make a sprite that's going to point in directions, make sure it's facing right. So now, let's make it a nice slow tank, so it's like a tank, I don't know. So when the up arrow is pressed, have it move 3 steps or something, so that, maybe that fast. So now, for left arrow and right arrow, just have a turn program. We can tweak the speed later. That's really fast and also the wrong directions. So maybe make this like a 6 and a negative, or not, -6. So now you can have a little tank that drives around. Next, let's now let's make a little coarse. So turn the brightness all the way down to make black, because that's the easiest one to make. So now let's make like a couple squares and a rectangle and just little things you can drive around. Make a little arena. You can design this however you want. The engine that we're going to make will work anyway. So now let's go to the tank. So in the up arrow pressed program, grab another if statement and put it outside the other if statement. And then if touching color black, just turn brightness all the way down and you'll get color black. If it's touching the color black it will move however many steps and make that a negative number, so it will move backwards that many steps at the same time as it's moving forwards. So now, if we click flag, we can't drive through walls. And then the reason it has to be a little bit forward is so that you can't drive backwards through walls. So now we have a little tank that drives around, and let's make a little projectile that it can shoot. So zoom in a little bit. I'm going to convert it to bitmap. I'm going to make it red. And I'm going to make this like 15 size 15. So maybe a little smaller. Maybe a little smaller than that. Sorry, indecision. That looks like a good size. So now for the program, unflag, have it hide, and then get a repeat forever function. Get an if statement, and then say if space pressed, this will be your fire key or whatever you want to call it, whatever thing shoots the tank. Then create a clone of myself, and then put a wait function behind it, make it maybe however fast you want the fire rate to be. Next you want to next you want to get a when I start this clone program. The first thing you want it to do is go to sprite 1, which happens to be your tank. Then it will point in the same direction as the tank. To do that, get a point in direction program, then go to sensing. Get a backdrop number of stage program, switch stage to the whichever sprite it is, and switch X position to direction. Then it will repeat until get a repeat until program. And then go to operators, get an OR statement, then go to sensing, touching color or touching edge. So the color you want to set to your black for your obstacles, and for this you want it to be edge, moves a certain number of steps, and at the end you want it to delete this clone. So then you have a little tank that can... Sorry, I forgot one thing. I should script these sometime. So when I start this clone, make sure it shows afterwards, and then you have a nice little tank that shoots and drives around. I will make a more complicated game in a future tutorial, but that's the end of this one, and I will see you in the next one.